Good evening, my dear friends. What if I told you that the key to success isn't about making drastic changes overnight? Imagine becoming 1% better each day. Just 1%. That's it. It sounds small, almost insignificant, but what if I told you that this simple concept could lead to profound transformation in your life? Stick with me for the next few minutes, because I'm about to share a secret that has the power to change everything you've ever thought about success. By the end of this talk, you'll understand why small, consistent steps are not just valuable, they are the very foundation of extraordinary achievement. Now, ask yourself this: how many of us truly commit to small, daily improvements? How many of us overlook the value of consistency because we're too focused on perfection? This speech isn't about chasing a perfect version of success. It's about making sure that every single day you take a small step forward. If you stay with me through this, you'll learn how to harness the power of the 1% rule and why this simple approach is what sets the successful apart from everyone else. The power of consistency is often underestimated, yet it is one of the most crucial ingredients for success. Many people mistakenly believe that success requires monumental efforts or huge breakthroughs. The truth is, it's the daily, consistent actions that lead to long-lasting achievement. When you commit to improving a little bit every day, you're not just making progress in the moment, you're setting yourself up for exponential growth in the future. In the beginning, the results of small, consistent actions might not be immediately visible. This can be discouraging for some who might be tempted to abandon their goals in search of quicker results. However, the power of consistency lies in its compound effect. The small steps you take each day, though seemingly insignificant, gradually build upon each other, leading to dramatic improvements over time. Just like the saying goes, Rome wasn't built in a day. The best things in life are created with patience and persistence. Consider the example of someone training for a marathon. If they tried to run 26 miles in a single day without preparation, they would likely fail or injure themselves. But if they commit to running just a small distance each day, gradually increasing their mileage, they will eventually reach that 26-mile goal. This daily consistency not only improves their physical endurance, but also builds mental resilience. The same concept applies to any area of life, whether it's learning a new skill, working on a business, improving your physical health, or even enhancing your relationships. Consistency is the key. Small efforts compound and produce significant results over time. For instance, someone who reads just 10 pages of a book every day will read several books in a year. That daily commitment to learning adds up and can drastically expand their knowledge and perspective. Consistency isn't about perfection. It's about showing up day after day, even when it's hard or you don't feel like it. The key is to commit to making progress, no matter how small, and trust that those daily efforts will eventually pay off. The magic happens when you embrace the process of improvement rather than obsessing over immediate outcomes. People often give up too soon, not realizing that they were on the brink of a breakthrough. It's also important to understand that consistency is not the same as monotony. It's about refining your habits, staying committed to your goals, and being flexible enough to adjust when necessary. Consistency means staying dedicated, even when external circumstances change or challenges arise. It's about sticking to your plan even when motivation wanes, because you trust that the effort will eventually yield results. By committing to the power of consistency, you also develop a deep sense of discipline and focus. Success is rarely about luck or sudden strokes of brilliance. It's about having the perseverance to continue, even when the initial excitement fades. Success is found in the small, everyday moments of doing the work, the behind-the-scenes efforts that no one sees. So, when it comes to your personal journey, remember that the consistent actions you take, no matter how small, will ultimately build the life and results you desire. It's not about rushing to the finish line, but allowing your consistent efforts to lead you there over time. As long as you continue showing up and giving your best, you are making progress toward your success. One small, consistent step at a time. A key part of becoming 1% better every day is shifting your mindset from seeking immediate perfection to embracing continuous growth. Most people struggle with the concept of improvement because they focus too much on the end result rather than the process itself. The desire to be perfect right away can often create a sense of frustration and self-doubt when progress isn't immediate. This is where the mindset shift becomes essential, but instead of looking at success as something you must achieve perfectly or in one giant leap, it's about adopting the mindset of growth, learning, and resilience. This shift requires letting go of the idea that you must already be good at something in order to start. Many people delay starting new projects or pursuing new goals because they feel they're not perfect or ready yet. But the truth is, no one starts perfect, and perfection is a constantly moving target. Progress and growth come from taking action, making mistakes, and learning along the way. The most successful individuals understand this. They embrace imperfection and see it as an opportunity to learn rather than a failure. Every misstep is a lesson learned, every obstacle an opportunity to adapt and grow. When you focus on growth, it becomes easier to stay motivated and committed to your goals. Instead of beating yourself up for not being perfect from the start, you start seeing your setbacks as part of the journey. You learn to appreciate the small improvements you make along the way, no matter how minor they seem. Over time, these small gains add up, and you'll be surprised at how much better you become. If you're scared of not getting good, the idea is that you're not racing to an ideal endpoint. You're racing to become better than you were yesterday. By focusing on continuous growth, you also free yourself from the paralyzing effects of perfectionism. Perfectionism can keep you stuck in a cycle of inaction, constantly worrying that your work isn't good enough or that you're not meeting some unreachable standard. However, when you adopt a mindset of growth, you begin to understand that every step forward, even if it's small, is worth celebrating. The key to overcoming perfectionism is to realize that success is not an endpoint, but rather a continuous journey of learning and improving. This shift in mindset allows you to stop comparing yourself to others, which can often be a significant source of frustration. When you compare your progress to someone else's, it's easy to forget that everyone has their own unique journey, set of challenges, and timeline. But by focusing on your own growth, no matter how small, you begin to see progress where it really matters, within yourself. You stop competing with others and start competing with the version of yourself from yesterday. And that's when true progress begins. Another benefit of this growth-focused mindset is that it helps you stay patient. We live in a world that values instant results, but growth and mastery take time. It's important to understand that meaningful change rarely happens overnight. When you accept that growth takes time and effort, you learn to appreciate the process instead of becoming frustrated by the pace. You become comfortable with the idea that improvement is a lifelong pursuit, not a quick fix. This shift allows you to cultivate resilience, understanding that every challenge and setback is just a part of your personal evolution. Adopting a growth mindset is about cultivating an attitude of curiosity and a willingness to keep moving forward regardless of how difficult the journey might seem. Rather than being discouraged by the gaps in your knowledge or ability, you lean into them, knowing that each day brings an opportunity to become better. When you embrace this mindset, the journey to success becomes not just a destination, but an exciting and fulfilling process of learning, evolving, and becoming the best version of yourself. 1. Taking ownership of your actions is one of the most empowering decisions you can make in the pursuit of success. It's easy to blame external circumstances or other people for our challenges and setbacks, but real progress begins when we accept full responsibility for our lives and our actions. When we choose to take ownership, we stop seeing ourselves as victims of our circumstances and start seeing ourselves as creators of our own destiny. By taking ownership, you also stop looking for someone else to motivate you. Motivation can be fleeting, and relying on external sources for inspiration often leads to disappointment. But when you take ownership of your actions, you develop a sense of intrinsic motivation. You become self-driven, and your progress no longer depends on the whims of others. You understand that motivation is something you create for yourself by committing to the process of growth and taking responsibility for your actions every single day. Owning your actions means not making excuses. Excuses might offer temporary relief from taking responsibility, but in the long run, they hinder growth. Excuses keep you stuck in a loop of inaction, preventing you from learning, improving, and moving forward. When you stop making excuses and start taking responsibility, you'll find that you have more power to change your circumstances than you ever realized. Instead of saying, "I didn't have enough time," or "I wasn't lucky enough," you start saying, "I will make time," or "I will create my own opportunities." This shift in mindset empowers you to take control of your life and move toward your goals with purpose and confidence. Taking ownership also fosters personal growth and development. When you take responsibility for your actions, you're more likely to reflect on your behaviors and decisions. This self-reflection helps you identify areas for improvement and adjust your strategies accordingly. You become your own teacher, learning from each experience and continuously refining your approach. It's this constant process of self-evaluation and improvement that leads to mastery over time. Owning your actions helps build resilience. Life will inevitably present challenges, but when you own your journey, you develop the strength to persevere through adversity. Instead of allowing setbacks to derail your progress, you see them as opportunities to learn and grow. This resilience becomes a powerful tool in your pursuit of success. You learn to adapt, keep moving forward, and remain focused on your goals, no matter what obstacles may come your way. Taking ownership leads to a deeper sense of fulfillment and satisfaction. When you know that your success is the result of your own effort and decisions, you feel a greater sense of pride in your achievements. There's a sense of empowerment that comes with knowing that you are responsible for creating the life you want. This sense of control over your own destiny boosts your confidence and encourages you to continue striving toward even bigger goals. Step 2. Decide where you want to go. Success is not about waiting for the perfect opportunity or relying on others to push you forward. It's about taking ownership of your actions and choices, acknowledging that you are the one who shapes your future. By embracing responsibility, you unlock your true potential and gain the power to create lasting, meaningful success. When you take full ownership, you empower yourself to break through limitations and achieve things you once thought were impossible. Success is not about waiting for the perfect opportunity, but instead acknowledging responsibility for your actions and achieve things you once thought were impossible. Embracing discomfort and pushing beyond your comfort zone is one of the most transformative principles for growth. It's easy to stay within the boundaries of what feels familiar, where things are predictable and safe. However, the most significant growth occurs when we challenge ourselves, step into the unknown, and face the discomfort that comes with trying something new or unfamiliar. Discomfort is often a signal that we're on the verge of expanding our limits, and by learning to embrace it, we unlock our potential for progress. The key to understanding discomfort is realizing that it is not something to avoid, but rather something to seek out. Growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone. When we stick only to what we know and what feels safe, we limit ourselves and the opportunities that are available for learning. This is why so many people fail to reach their full potential. They fear discomfort, and in doing so, they miss out on the experiences that can take them to the next level. The truth is, every time you step outside your comfort zone, you stretch the boundaries of your abilities and increase your capacity for success. The initial feeling of discomfort might come from trying a new skill, taking on a challenging project, or facing a difficult conversation. At first, it may seem overwhelming, but as you persist and learn to navigate that discomfort, you begin to adapt. You gain new insights, build resilience, and discover capabilities you didn't even know you had. The discomfort fades as you become more familiar with the challenge at hand. This process of stretching yourself is what helps you evolve. It's the uncomfortable moments that prepare you for greater success in the future, because they teach you how to handle adversity, how to persevere, and how to become more resourceful in the face of challenges. Many people get discouraged when faced with discomfort because they interpret it as a sign of failure or a lack of ability. However, discomfort is simply part of the learning curve. It is an indicator that you're moving forward, pushing your limits, and growing in ways you might not initially recognize. Whether it's physical discomfort from pushing your body in a new workout, emotional discomfort from stepping into a leadership role, or mental discomfort from solving a complex problem, all of these experiences have one thing in common. They challenge you to become more than you were before. Embracing discomfort requires a shift in perspective. Instead of viewing discomfort as something negative or something to avoid, try to view it as an opportunity. Every uncomfortable experience is a chance to expand your comfort zone and develop the skills, mental fortitude, and adaptability necessary to succeed. The more you intentionally seek out discomfort, the more you will grow and the stronger you will become in the face of future challenges. Discomfort fosters creativity and innovation. When you're forced to think outside the box or find new solutions to problems, your mind opens up to new ideas and possibilities. Innovation often arises from discomfort because it requires you to find new ways to overcome obstacles. If everything were easy, there would be no need for creativity or innovation. Discomfort pushes you to think critically and solve problems in ways you never would have if you stayed in the comfort of the familiar. The more you push yourself into uncomfortable situations, the more you build confidence in your ability to handle tough circumstances. You develop a stronger sense of self-efficacy, knowing that you can overcome challenges and rise to meet new experiences. This confidence becomes a powerful motivator, making it easier to tackle even bigger challenges down the road. As your ability to handle discomfort grows, so does your overall sense of empowerment. Embracing discomfort doesn't mean that you should seek pain or hardship for the sake of it. It means being willing to step into situations that challenge you and push you to grow. It's about having the courage to pursue things that are difficult, even when the path is unclear or the outcome uncertain. In doing so, you open up new opportunities, learn valuable lessons, and gain the strength needed to face even greater challenges ahead. Education. Growth happens when we stop avoiding discomfort and start using it as a tool for transformation. By consistently stepping outside our comfort zones, we become more resilient, more resourceful, and more capable of achieving our goals. Embracing discomfort is one of the most powerful ways to move closer to the success you desire. It's not the easy path, but it's the one that leads to the greatest rewards. Consistency is the secret ingredient that turns small efforts into monumental success. Often, people get caught up in the excitement of big goals and grand ambitions, but they fail to realize that lasting success is built on consistent, incremental actions.